Hello and welcome to the third part of the Celestian Tales Old North, an indie JRPG made in the West. In the last episode, we experienced a little bit issue with the microphone not being very compatible with my streaming software, so it ended up quiet for a whole 2 hours. Anyway. Also, worse stuff can happen. So, what we have done in the last episode is that we did our first mission, our first quest, find a small village, and then we were sent by the king to the village of Orsi with a lot of money to buy some wheat for the armies. These armies needs to fight against the giant invasion in the south. At the village where we were sent, we found some bandits trying to extort the villagers, and we have successfully defeated them. Then we needed to decide if we hang them or we give them a fair trial. So in the end, Mr. de la Foret decided to give them fair trial, and they went away. Today we will go slowly back to the Levant, probably in the different city where we are, where the ruler is father of the camel. We'll see about how story moves. So, no more talking, and let's follow and search a little bit the village in which we are now. As you notice, we are already level 10. So, let's go. Poor Lord Severin, his only son doesn't seem to be following his footsteps. And to think that his wife died giving birth to that child of his. How many more tragedies can befall such a great man? Well, that's the reason why we had to decide to hang the bandits or not. The son of the Lord is current regent or something like that, and he follows different fate than his father, and he is unusually peaceful to this kind of land. With the soldiers taken away to the war, villages are scarcely defended. It's at times like these that I fear bandits comes the most. Most villages out there have it worse than North Sea. Winters are really tough for some. However, nothing can be good enough reason to take what it's others forcefully. I hope if Lord Lupin gives them a second chance, they'll use it wisely. Most of the barleys we grow are sent to other villages for animal feed. A smaller amount are sent to Levantine, Grenoble, and Fort Griveau to be made oats and breads. Looks like that's everything in this village. Let's equip stuff. This way or not. So, what happened last time? Alright, let's see what the Master at Arms got in store for us today. We can be cleaning horses every day. There must be some time for a smashing sooner or later, and I damn hope it's sooner. A war against hordes of ex-wielding giants from a place we thought don't exist? This is it. This is my chance to shine. Who cares if the Lord isn't joining the battle himself? There's the Ravager leading the army. It can't get any better than that. Man, I know I wanted some lightning fighting, but not like this. Not with innocents being threatened by masked people with knives. Orsi should be Lucian's turf. Why isn't there anyone to defend this place? And the weak-looking steward, Lupin Leroux, comes late to the show as well. What a mess this place is, without the Ravager at its helm. We were here to buy wheat, not killing bandits. I think it's a great decision to just let the Leroux sort it out themselves. Buy the wheat and get out of here. We should bring the wheat we bought to Grenoble. Lucian's uncle should be waiting there with an army. At least it's time to see the Ravager. Okay. Let's go to Orsi. I just forgot to check the shop there, and we will need to run around a lot. I had this. The shopkeeper. With the bandits gone, I can now set up shop here again. Orsi is famed for its wheat, but it also has many other local specialties. No. Enter battle with less aggro. Thank you for doing business. I missed it. This could be this. Okay, let's go to Grenoble to visit the army. Of Kamel's father. Amazing! The fleet of Levantines is here. The river is full of ships. Ilya has never seen this many. At least 2,000 strong men and women from all over the Levant realm. Do they not march Celestian in glory and pride as soldiers of Gotland do? The Grand Flux allows the Levants to mobilize their fleet and army quickly. The river can take men to the farthest corners of the Old North faster than going by foot. They who control the river control the Old North. It's an old saying of the Rhines. Lord Uncle. Listen, squires, do you have the food from our sea? Yes, Lord Uncle. General. Beg pardon? I am your general in this campaign. You will address me as such. Understood, General. Listen, squires, your task during this trip is to protect our supplies. Make sure there are no rats and that the supplies will remain dry. Is this clear? It is clear, General. We disembark by noon. Men, take the supplies and load them on the ship. Yes, General. You may be squire still, but in this war you're soldiers all the same. The men and women who talk with us are risking their lives for the realm. If you don't have the same dedication as they do, you can go home right now. Come about when you're ready. That is the Ravager! Not as tall as I thought he'd be. Your Reynard at size is an adventure during our last encounter is naive. Ha! Clearly I had you painting and sweeting by the end. I can say the same about you. What are you two talking about? Fighting. What else? But really, Lucian, your uncle is so stern. Is he always like that, even with you? He doesn't understand why can't Lucian called him uncle. His role in this journey is as a leader, Ilian. I am but one of his many subjects. He doesn't want people to think he shows me any special favors. But isn't it normal for family to treat each other with more love and affection? Why does that seem like a bad thing? Why, indeed. Yet this is the way of humans, silly. We wish to be led by those who are fair and just. Lord Severin has shown that he treats everyone in the battlefield as equals. A good example to follow, as sad as it sounds. Ellie is still unsure if she likes that idea. But Ellie understands how some would prefer it that way. Humans are so complicated, aren't they? Indeed we are, Ilian. Indeed we are. We should get going and prepare ourselves for the trip. Okay, let's check some buildings around the town. Can we please not go there? My father must be busy. I don't want to bother him. As you wish, Camille. Thank you. Okay, there goes our trip to the town. So, let's board the ship. Lord General Severin awaits you on board the ship. Are you ready to embark, squires? We are ready. Right this way, squires. Chapter 3. Call to battle. Unload our supplies and equipment, squires. Store them somewhere dry. Yes, Lord General. When you're done, I want you to go find Sir Arthur. I've been talking to him about these lands. He'll tell you what to do. Severin. What took you so long? We've been waiting all morning. Good. The two of you are here already. Let's start talking about our strategy. Always so straightforward. Is there no time for small chats among old friends? We can chat about strategy. Haha, you never change, do you? So, come on then, we can use my pavilion. That's Lord Terra's Rosal, isn't it? Seneschal of the Arbiters. No, I know why they call him the Iron Bear. And that was Lady Marian Belenus, the Lioness, the greatest female knight in the Old North. Look at her weapon. It's the sacred weapon. It's the sacred sword Faithkeeper. Reynard and Arya knows these two? Not in person, nay, but everyone in the Old North knows who they are. Oh, so the human world is like a huge village? In Ellis village everyone knows each other too. This is not the correct way to put it. They are famed for their strength and leadership, Elian. How humans tell stories and keep records about exceptional individuals. Through these stories, a great person can be known by many far and wide. Oh, so what kind of stories are there about them? They cite that the Iron Bear once killed a man by tossing a horse at him with one hand. They cite that the lioness once defeated 3 of her foes with a single thrust of her blade. Why are all these stories about hurting others? Don't humans like to do anything else, like playing music, dancing, wood carving? You see, Ellie, we humans may not look like it, but we're as feral as any other animal. We're wild creatures. We glorify those who excel at combat and look up to them as examples. You're saying it as if we're the bad guys, Isaac. But it's all true, isn't it? Mother never told Ellie that the humans can be so scary. But I'm sure there are also other kinds of stories. For example, do you know what Lady Belenus has 5 husbands? 5? Yes, indeed. Tradition of the Belenus dictates for its leader to have multiple mates. Too many times have houses crumbled due to the incapability of their leaders. Their tradition ensures that the house always has choice of successors. How does it work, really? They don't just go all to bed at once, do they? It'd be one hell of a night. Not at all like dilute imagination, Reynard. The leader of the house is simply expected to produce offsprings from her different mates. Instead of having the eldest be next in line, this the one with most merit shall be chosen for the seat. Merit? What exactly makes someone deemed more capable than the others? That would depend on the house's current needs, Lucian. In times of war, perhaps they would prefer a candidate with might. In times of peace, perhaps with a charm would be of importance. Thus, the house is able to adapt and choose the leader who fits to their needs. Tempered by rivalry since birth. That's how true leaders are made. The human culture is much more complex than Ellie thought. No, Ellie becomes curious. She wants to ask people about other stories they can tell. A good idea, Ellie, but for now we have supplies to unload. After that we can talk to people and hear more stories about those 3. Surely, there'll be more to hear than just tales of fighting. How does this sound? Yes, Ellie loves stories. Mother always tells Ellie one before she sleeps. Let's hurry with the crates. This Levant ship sails the length of the ground floor. You can come over and we'll drop you off where you want. Maybe later. Come talk to me again if you'd like to come aboard the ship. Yes, we still have the supplies to unload and loot some chests. Like armor. You can use it. Welcome to the war camp, Master Reynard. If you'd like to take a rest, your tent is on the northwestern part of the camp. Lord Lamond is wise to give command to Lord Severin. Everybody knows no one's better than Ravager in the battlefield. Honored father, why art thou here? Greetings, loyal daughter. Art thou of good health? Yes, father, though I have heard nary a word of thee joining the march north. When all three blade bearers have converged, it's only befitting for us to tender aid as well. The talents of Inquisition will no doubt be of use against these adversaries. I see. And brother, too? Of course, Arya. I'm an Inquisitor myself. It's just natural that I go wherever my pack goes. No? We haven't seen each other for a while, haven't we, sister? How's the squiring going for you? Do you count the number of people you've killed? Still timid, I see. Good girl. Should you kill the man? Is it what the dose ordered? Are you doing the right thing? Oh, dose, how I love that conflicted face of yours. Be quiet, brother. What's that, sister? Do you just talk back? And that glare, are you angry at me? At your own brother? Shut up, I'm tired of hearing your senseless babbles. Huh? Who are you, mongrel? How dare you, Commoner, talk to me like that? Commoner? I'll give you a chance to take those words back. Do it now, while you still have a mouth. Who do you think you are to order me around, filthy dog? I am Abel of the Geraldine. You should apologize to me, else I flay you for your insolence. Tell me, Abel Geraldine, do you prefer to be strangled like a pig you are, or beaten to a pulp? Enough of this circus. You both are grown nobles, act like it. Father, what are you saying? Let me handle this dirty mutt myself. What was that? Come here and fight me fairly, you prick. Do you prefer to hide behind your daddy and whine like a kid? Scum! Enough, Master Reynard. Certainly, the heir of House de la Foret is wise enough to have patience, is he not? To provoke another noble, even spouting such crude taunts. Me provoking? He started all this. I told Lord Gaston de la Foret that was more than a brute, but if this is how he has taught his son, perhaps my choice of words in the courts should change when I speak of thy house. Fine. Good. I'm glad we have settled this. No, I am sure you have matters to attend to. We shall leave your squires alone. This isn't over yet, mongrel. In the end, they didn't even say a word of apology. What a family. I truly apologize, Reynard. My brother can be a little unstable at times. It wasn't your fault, Area. I'm sure Reynard wouldn't mind. Though, I wonder how a man with his impairment can qualify as an inquisitor. Must be his father's influence with the church that got him in. I, I didn't mean. 'Tis fine, Camille. Much as I loathe it, truth shall be spoken as is. I apologize again for whatever trouble they may cause, yeah. Arya's father really knows his way with words, doesn't he? Even Reynard can be stopped so quickly. Hmm. He brought my father and my family's name into this. It wasn't fair. Fairness doesn't seem to matter to them. We shouldn't get in any trouble with him. I agree. Let's forget them and look for Sir Arthur. Reynard, Hmm? Thank you for standing up for me. Hey, no problem, princess. Or Luch. Wulch. Yeah, let's use it. Paladins and Inquisitors are two sides of the same coin. We are both guardians of the faith. The Inquisition is its sword, the Paladins its shield. Each of us perform our own roles, at the same time feeling each other's weaknesses. Essential Roosevelt is currently away. Please return later. Different from common soldiers, almost all arbiters were born noble. You have to surrender your noble titles to be admitted into the ranks. Don't let Lady Belenus' slender arm fool you. What she lacks in strength, she makes up in skill. She wields the Faith Keeper like a phantom. I tell you, don't blink or you'll miss her. Lord Severin, Lady Belenus and Essential Roosevelt are currently having a meeting. Unless you have something terribly important to convey, please do not bother them. These supplies are property of House Belenus and its army. Unless you have permission from the lady herself, please leave the vicinity immediately. I'm sorry for taking the blade. Long time no see, squires. Are you the scouts the Lord General sent? That's right. Alright, I guess you do. Lord General Severin asked for an overall assessment of the surrounding area. For that, we need to look at things from high ground. And that place would be the Needle. The Needle? It's a tall peak pointing north. The name comes from its long pointed shape. That would indeed be a good vantage point to see the whole wide plains. Oh, you studied maps well, I see. I just enjoy reading, sir. To reach the Needle, you must go northwest until you find the Grey Forest. The rocky path leads to the needle can be found within the forest. But be very careful, the fierce large beast roams the grey forest. Ha! I don't fear any beast. You should, with this one. The grey giant is fierce and formidable. It's blind, but has very sharp hearing. We must step lightly then, do not make any noise that awakens it. What? Let's just draw its attention and hit it with all we have. I'm sure the soldiers will appreciate some more meat in their dinner. Please, Reynard, if you'd like to tempt that, don't ask us to take along. Listen to me, squires. No matter what happens, don't fight with the grey giant. You might think that you're strong, but believe me, you're not ready yet. I wish you luck, squires. Luck we do not need, only the deus. The needle is located at the top of the Grey Forest's mountain. Be careful with the fake creatures there. They have many ways to make you miserable. Okay, let's... Should I rest now? Maybe later. Four bets. I must have come to the wrong tent. So this is where those girls will sleep, huh? Not bad, though a bit more cramped than mine. Maybe there's a place I can hide in for a while. No, Reynard, stop your dirty thoughts. Alright, time to leave before this little monster in my pants gives me any more ideas. Squires, it's good to see you again. As you can see, Lord Levan himself isn't joining the army. I'm here on his behalf, but I don't think it gives the same impact for the soldiers. I hope Lord Severin can keep up the morale. It won't be an easy task even for him. The Lord General is currently away. His personal tent isn't for public entry. Please return later. Fighting marauding barbarians, 'tis not the correct task for the Inquisition. Alas, a threat to the realm is a threat to us all. There are times where we must compromise. Mingle not with us common soldiers, noble squires. 'Tis divine fate that two were born as higher caste. Lowering themselves is disrespecting the Deus' will. If you are confident, you can spend all your SP to deal burst damage at the beginning of combat. That way, you may be able to defeat all your enemies before they do anything harmful to you. However, this is a glass cannon strategy. It either succeeds or fails horribly. Make sure you always have a plan B for me. That means stocking up on healing items. Hello squires, my name is Sasha and I'm the Army's Equipment Requisitioner. I offer items better than standard issue ones for those concerned with their safety, for a price. Pretty expensive. It's been a pleasant business. If you need anything else, please don't hesitate to come back. Let's see, blacksmith. Greetings, squires. My name is Edith, and I am the army's blacksmith. I can turn your weapon into masterpieces, but it's hard to do in a limited space like this. deliveries. Let's do that maybe later. Be safe out there, squares. Your weapons might be sharp, but it's no reason to let your guard down. Powolnego bergeron. Let's check it once more time. We'll see how it goes. Let's go to the needle. Reynard, Lucien, and Eliane. Serpent skin garb. Let's see what it is. Fairies. Wow, blind and silenced. Will be fun. Let's see, the walls weak. Camille, Arya and Isaac. Four. Let's go for pucks first. +1 starting stamina each battle. Let's go for this. Chocolate and vinegar, 200 health. Age rope. Defense and initiative. Reynard, Isaac, Ilian. No stamina guns from attacking. Killing an enemy will give Reynard 3 stamina. All allies start each battle with extra 1 stamina. This one's much better. Successful attack will restore small HP. Yes. Okay, let's save. Illy senses something weird. What is you sense, Illy? Is it something dangerous? Illy can hear the sound of something. She believes that it's breathing. Slowly. Is it the grey giant that Sir Arthur told us about? Maybe. Illy can't tell for sure. Finally some action. The creatures around here are starting to bore me. With shouting, Reynard, the beast would hear thy voice. Do you hear that? Sounds like it's too late for silence. Hey, is it down there? Watch out, behind you. Let's go the same like before. Okay. Camille, Aria, and Lucien. This one. So the Grey Menace did run away. Look, look! We can see the entire hills from the north from here. How? How can you still be so lively after all that climbing? More over the branches and gravel. Do thy feet not feel the ache? Quit whining, you two. You pretty little legs probably need some exercise anyway. I for one like the hike. The forest air reminds me of home. It's similar to Willie's home too. There were also lots of naughty fairies near Unknown Tower. Focus now. We are here to scout out the world and there's not for some picnic. Look, there they are. There are so many of them. Really can see at least 100 of them marching those hills. Where do you think they're all heading for? Out of there and into our realm, that's for sure. But with so many of them, do we even have a chance of winning this? They may have both strength and numbers, it's true, but there's ample chance for our victory. Don't cover now, Camille. Are you going to lose the battle before it starts? World Enders, so that's what they look like. Even to just stand in front of one without fleeing would require immense courage. Hilly agrees. Even from here she already feels intimidated by the presence. Worry not, Ilian. Our soldiers are well trained and confident. A ragtag band of barbarians is no match for an organized army. I wonder if that's true though. That's their ragtag band, I mean. They march without ranks, but they follow an ender with red clothes. That means at least some form of chain of command exists among them. And this thunderous chorus of theirs, it seems like a form of war cry. A war cry? This crude heathen chanting? Cries can take many forms. They are effective at raising morale and threatening enemies. It's a basic behavior. A mere random mob is unlikely to make such a concerted effort. What's with all the worried looks, everyone? They may number by dozens, but we have hundreds in our ranks. Not only that, we also have the Ravager and the Sacred Sword on our side. Wars are not that simple, Reynard. We have to think about the casualties as well. What could be so hard about fighting anyway? Just charge and swing, and it's done. There'd be casualties, of course, but it's all for the glory, right? Is that all these men and women in our ranks mean to you? Reynard the Prodigy? Are they all expendables? Bodies to throw away so you can claim the glory for yourself? Hey, what did you accuse me for? I never said anything like that. And do you think these soldiers will fight with you by side? Don't be naive. Commoners will be put at the spearhead. They soften the enemies for nobles like you to finish. Even if we win this war, nobles like us will get all the glory. And then, what's left for them? Only sons and daughters who will never come back to the arms of their parents. Only if you only know how to swing an axe, then just do that. Talking shows your stupidity. Say that again, you little... Enough! Both of you! Isaac, Reynard, at its very core, war should never be about glory. It's about protecting what's important to us, and that's the realm and all of its people. The essence of knighthood is to protect, not to harm. That's what the Lord Uncle has taught me. Fine. We should get back. Lord General needs to know about this. I shall be in agreement. Let us return with haste and report to Sir Arthur. Though, the prospect of climbing down this hill entertains me not the least. Arthur. I'm here.
How did it go, squires? Were you able to spot the Enders?
We did. They were marching in the White Rock Hills from the coast of World's End.
Did you count their numbers? How many were there?
They were a bit too far for us to count, but Hillian could spot them well. Hilly saw more than 100 back there, and that's not all of them. The Enders kept marching out from the coast. All of them might be twice or thrice what we saw.
What? That means 200 to 300 of those brutes? I thought the Durandals are wanting White Rock. How did they pour through? This is not good at all. You've done well, squires. I'll inform the Lord General about this. He would like to see you, I bet. A battle is coming very, very soon.
Isaac, Camille, Eliana. Lord Severin awaits you in his tents on normal squares. It seems that we are soon marching out to battle. We should go on the offensive, choke them on White Rock Hills before they pour out of there. They've already started marching down the hills, we won't be in time. And if we fight them in the open, we'll lose too many of our people. Then what's your suggestion, Marianne? We can't stay here and wait for them to come with Montcalm and Farblade crumble. We can't charge blindly either. We won't have enough men for the offensive on the shores. You're both right. We should go on the offensive and offensive at the same time. What the hell are you talking about, Sal? If you mean a pincer attack, forget it. We can't afford split our forces thin. If they turn and focus on one side, there'll be too many casualties. We're not splitting our forces. The combined army shall go on the offensive. As for the defensive side, we shall ask Farblade.
The soldiers of Durandal have dwindled in number defending the hills and waiting for us. They're mending wounds and counting bodies, and you'd ask them to hold the line?
No, not the Durandal soldiers. We'll need Farblade itself to be the defense team. The city's walls are formidable, and its castle upon a hill is very defensible. If we can go the Enders to attack there, the city itself should be able to hold them for a while. And while they're busy at it, we come from the back and squeeze them that. Good plan, Sir, but it will be pain in the ends to execute. The Lady Durandal is a reasonable woman. I'm sure she can see through your plans. But I imagine the rest of her generals won't happily agree to have their city besieged. I might be able to help with that. I'm listening, Sir Astori. As Sir Arthur said, many of the Durandal soldiers are currently wounded. They'll need medical supplies but can't get much because they're too busy fighting. If I can bring them some of ours, I'm sure it will be an interesting incentive. That could work, indeed, but our supplies aren't exactly abundant either. If something goes wrong and we have higher casualties than expected, it'd be a tough recovery, and then it's an uphill battle from there on. Indeed so, but if we succeed, we'll push back the Enders and at the same time help the Durandals. What do you think about this scenario, Lord Severin? Very well, we shall take that risk. Take half of our medical supplies with you, Sir Astori. Make sure the Durandals are cooperative. I'll get right to it, Lord General. Our point of attack shall be the Longtooth Pass, the fork between here, Farblade, and White Rock. We'll move out at noon 3 days from now. Get your troops ready, you two. On it so, no need to tell me twice. The three of us fighting together again. It's like old times, isn't it? Well, no time to waste then. I'll have the paladins ready.
Then, what do you have me do, Lord General?
While the army marches to fight the Enders, you will stay here.
Really? Thanks the Deus. I mean, it's so unfortunate I can't join the fight.
Your task would be to guard our supplies in this camp. Keep an eye out for scouts and make sure there's food and bandages for the army when it returns. Take these squires, they'll keep you in your task. They'll help you in your task. Wait a minute, you mean we won't be joining the fight itself? That's correct, squire. I expect you to follow orders. Can you do it? Alright, fine. Good, then this meeting is dismissed. Get some rest, squires. You'll need all your strength in 3 days. I have steeled myself to confront the horrors of watching soldiers die in front of me. However, most have returned from the skirmish merely wounded. It is rare to see such few deaths for a clash as grand. I understand now how men and women favor their wagers in unity in warfare. The mind and soul defines us, yet they are nothing without the vessel that is our body. Thy wounds are cleansed, may them keep thy hearts brave and thy minds clear. So, let's rest. Whoa, what are you doing here? I needed to be alone to gather my thoughts. What are you doing here? Me? I'm a bit hungry. You're here to steal some rations? Ha, don't put it so bluntly like that. It sounds bad. But that's exactly what it is. Yeah, not gonna rat me out, are you? Can't say I'm not tempted. Damn it, just my luck finding you here. Fine, I'll go. I haven't touched any of these, so no need to tell anyone. Alright. Reynard, wait. What else now? How can you be so brave? Me? Brave? What makes you think that I am? You saw those monsters out there when they were at the needle, right? We'll soon be fighting them. It might even be as soon as tomorrow. It scares me, my hands. They can't stop trembling. What if what if we die? What if we can never return home? And yet at times like these, you so casually strolled in here, looking for food. Listen, Camille, I've been fighting all my life. That's all I knew before I came to Leontine. My enemies were beasts, giant beasts. The Forets are guardians of the Dawn's Edge after all. These Enders, they're not so different from those creatures. Is that why you're not afraid? Because you're used to it? No, right now I'm as afraid as I was the day I hunted my first beast. Fear of death is part of warrior's life. A hunter must be brave, but only an idiot is fearless. Then, how do you deal with it? You just have to face it. It's as simple as that. You can either face it now, or you run and make problems, then face another kind of fear later. The latter kinda sucks, so chill down and face your fears now, so you don't have to do it later. You kind of have a point there. Of course I do. I don't always mutter nonsense, you know. I just finish. I just wish I know how to erase these fears right now, or at least for the night. If it goes on like this, I won't be able to get any sleep. Well, there are some ways to reduce your anxiety. Oh, do tell me, please. It's common for some warriors to take a lover to bed the night before battle. It distracts them from the fear in a very pleasant way. You mean? So, what do you think? I'm free tonight. I I should go. She's so fun to tease. Look at all those soldiers marching bravely in pride and glory for the realm. Why do we have to get stuck here guarding the supplies? Hmm, to think I could be wrangling with an Ender right now. Stop complaining, Reynard. We've been given an order and we follow. That's what soldiers do. Whining doesn't get us anywhere. Let's just make sure the supplies are safe. Fine, fine. I'm just disappointed. That's all. The Essential is currently away. He has notified me to let you in if you would like to see his tent. Please refrain from taking anything that doesn't belong to you. Lady Bellows is right on to the offensive. Her tent is not for public entry. Please return very clear.
Wording supplies can be boring, but it's what has been tasked to us. Help me out with this, would you?
Of course, let me pick a spot to stand guard. Theos, it's so boring here. We should be we should all be in our front lines instead of just sitting around here on our butts. We're not doing nothing. Reynard, we're guarding the army's supplies. Supplies are the lifeline of an army, Reynard. If anything, we should be honored to be entrusted with a task so important. No swinging weapons around, no shouting on the top of our lungs, no feeling the heat of battle. How can I feel honored with such a measly chores like this? I see no reason to prefer the front lines to this seemingly meager task. It may be safe and easy, but even Lucian has testified to its importance. Indeed, tasks such as this are usually reserved for the privileged, though I must say sometimes it favors the incapable.
Hey, I know who you're talking about.
Apologies, Sir Arthur, I meant not.
I'm a Durandal who can wield a sword. Who else could be more incapable than me? It's my sister who wields the sacred sword, but people still talk about me all the time. All I ever wanted to entertain others with my music. It's too much to ask for. Tell me, Squires, should we not chase our own dreams even if they are not the ones expected of us? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It's just tiring, you see, playing deaf all the time.
Sir Arthur, can I ask you to play that thing in your hand?
This lute? Why would you want to hear it all of a sudden?
Sir Arthur wants to entertain others with music, right? Reynard is bored, Ellie is scared of the war, Arya feels bad for saying something she shouldn't have. Isn't this a good time for us to be entertained?
You're right, little elf. It's a good time, indeed. I hope this song of mine can soothe your uneasy heart, Squires.
Lord Arthur is actually very skilled with this instrument. It is not that I have ever doubted it, but I did not expect this kind of mastery. Sorry, can you stop playing?
Beg pardon?
Stop playing the lute, right now. Isaac! Isaac, how can you be so rude? Sir Arthur is in the middle of... Did you hear that? Are you sure you're not daydreaming? His song attracted enemy scouts.
Eek, no, don't kill me.
Ready your weapons, protect the supplies. At last, some action. Now this is what I've been waiting for. Come at me, monsters. Celestian, Arya, and Reynard. We survived. Their strength is inhuman. And those were just 3. Imagine fighting dozens of them out there in the battlefield.
That was a tough fight. Thanks to Deus, we're all safe. The supplies are untouched too.
We? You didn't do anything. Everyone fought, but you just stood there.
Well, I was protecting the carriage. If they had come near that carriage, surely I would have had defended it with all my might.
That's odd, though. You were the closest to them when they ambushed us, Sir Arthur. Why didn't they attack you? Why wait for us, who clearly looked more in fighting shape? Luck must have a way of its own. No need to overthink things, Camille. Sometimes the world looks simple because it is. What is that sound? That's the horn to signal victory. The armies must win their fight. Long live the Old North! Long live the Royal General! Brave men and women, the day is ours. That pincer tactic was amazing, so choosing Longtooth Pass as our battlefield was brilliant. A lot of lives have been saved this day, you should be proud. Yet, far from enough, we still lost a lot of good soldiers, and many are injured. Being too hard on yourself as usual, that face could use a smile or two, you know. He'd only be satisfied if soldiers don't die with their heads chopped off. Though, I somewhat agree, more battles lie ahead, and with this many wounded, we'll need a place to regroup with the Durandal's army from Farblade. The towns of Montcalm is nearby, and its walls are defensible. There we can tend to the wounded while preparing for the offensive to Wireborg. Montcalm, isn't that the home to House Usize, the Stargazers? They won't have an army to ride home alone, but it's a lovely town to take shelter in.
Congratulations, my lords and lady. The battle was won. I'm sure this is merely the start of more glorious victories, yes?
I hope it's that easy.
Oh, my lord, it's being humble. Everyone knows the Ravager has never lost a war. We have the Garou and the Faith Keepers, and soon the Durandal will join us. Well, there's no way we'd lose this, right?
Shut up, you imbecile.
Oh, what did I do wrong?
War isn't so simple. You think you understand how difficult it is to plan a battle? If you think it's easy, then be a real Durandal and lead an army of your own. A musician making light of war. Not 20 years ago, Farblay had the finest knights in that realm. No, it has you. You want to play music? Fine, but don't just sit on your ass and ask others to win a war for you. Save your breath, Ross. There are more pressing matters. Squares! Yes, Lord General? Northeast of here lies the tomb of Montcalm. We'll soon move there for our next base. Go on ahead of us, tell the Lord of the town, Evan of House Usize, that we're coming. Ask him to prepare all the food, medicine, and shelter his house has.
Should I come along, Lord General?
Unfortunately, they'll be quicker without you. Soldiers! Yes, Lord General! Bury our deaths and give them proper honors. Tend to the battle wounded so they can walk. I want every single one of you ready to march in 6 hours. Now, move it. What are you squares still standing here for? Move! Chapter 4: A Broken City. Let's check the Longtooth Pass first. No items. No. Oh. Honor Medal, Elspeth. Okay, I think it's time to quit for now before we move to Montcalm. We gone through a lot of areas and fought some fights. It's time to call it a day for today. See you next time.